everyone. Hello children. Today we will start with a new lesson. The two merchants of Seri. Once upon a time, in a place called Seri, there lived a merchant. He went from town to town, selling pots and pans and other things made of brass and tin. He travelled every day with another merchant who also sold brass and tinware. But this other man was greedy. When he sold something, he sold it at a very high price. But when he bought something, he tried to give as little as possible. So there is a place called Seri, and there lived a merchant. So where the merchant lives? In a Seri. He went from town to town. So the merchants sell pots, pans and other things made of brass and tin. And where they sell? They went from town to town selling the pots, pans and things which are made up of brass and tin. They traveled every day by selling that brass and tin wares. Okay? From both of them, one merchant, he was very greedy. Whatever he sold to anyone, whatever he sold and he sells every day at very high price. So, and another give little as possible. When the two merchants went into a town, they divided the streets between them. Each one went up and down the streets he had chosen, calling, "Tinware for sale, brass for sale." People came out to their doorsteps and bought or traded with them. Only after one merchant had finished his business on that street did the other one made his rounds there. So in this way, they divided the town between them. If the merchant goes up the town, the other will go down the town, where the streets, on that streets, okay, by selling the tinware and brasswares. And they used to call tinware for sale, brass for sale. In this way, they used to shout, they used to call by the name, by the names of things they have been selling. And by listening to the merchant, people come out of the house and used to see what the things are, whatever the things he has brought for selling. So in this way, the town was divided between them and they used to sell. When one merchant goes up the town and other goes down the town, the streets, okay, after finishing making all the rounds on the streets of the town, they used to again exchange the streets, okay. Then the first merchant who has gone up, he will go down, and who has gone down, he will go again up the town. And again they will make the rounds on that street. Up, one will make up and another will make down the town. So in those days, people did not always use money to buy things. Sometimes they exchanged things of the same value. Before, in those days, the people used to buy things not only by using the money, but some things that value a lot. Okay, the things were exchanged on the terms. And before that, they used to exchange the things like vegetables, grains. Okay, they used to give that thing and used to buy that thing from the other person. In this way, first they used to buy and sell in this way. In one house, there lived a poor old woman and her granddaughter. The family had once been rich, but now the only thing they had left of all their riches was a dish made up of gold. However, the grandmother did not know it was a golden dish. The dish stood on a shelf among the other pots and pans and was not often used. So, in that town, there lived a old woman, and she had a granddaughter. So the family was rich once, but now they have nothing left, unless one golden dish was there in the home. The dish was kept in the other pots and pans where all the wares are being put. So it was on the shelf among every pots and pans. But they don't know it was a golden dish, and it was not being used by them. So it was just kept in the shelf. Now the greedy merchant passed this house calling, "Buy my water jars, buy my pans, buy my tinware." The granddaughter said, "Oh grandmother, do buy something for me." The greedy merchant, the two merchants were there, right? One of them was greedy, and that merchant, greedy merchant, was passing this house, this street where the house is, where the old woman lived. That house, he was passing by, calling, by shouting, "Buy my water jars, buy my pan, buy my tinware." Okay, he used to call out by the thing's name, whatever he has bought for selling. The granddaughter said to grandmother to buy something for her, but as they were poor, let us see what old woman replied. "My dear," said the old woman, "we are too poor to buy anything. I have not anything to trade even." So, as I have said before this, that things were exchanged on some value, okay, same value. Expensive things were exchanged with expensive things to buy. Money was not everything that time. Money was used less. Sometimes the things were being used for the exchanging or for buying another thing. So the old woman said that we are poor, that we don't have money also, and she don't have anything to trade, okay, anything at home that she can exchange with that greedy merchant and buy something new. "Grandmother, see, I have found this old dish among other pots and pans on the shelf. We don't ever use it. Can we trade this? Perhaps the merchant will take it and give us something nice for it." So she had an idea. She don't know that dish was a golden dish. So she said to grandmother to exchange that dish, as they don't use it even. So they can trade this dish with the merchant and get something new, nice by exchanging it. The old woman called the merchant and showed him the dish, saying, "Will you take this, sir, and give the little girl here something for it?" The old woman agreed with her granddaughter and said that she will trade. So she took the dish and showed the merchant by saying, "Give something by exchanging this for the little girl, for her granddaughter." The greedy man took the dish and scratched its side with a needle. He came to know immediately that it was a golden dish, but he wanted to get it for nothing from the old woman. So he said, "What is this worth? Not even a copper coin." He threw the dish on the ground and went away. The crafty merchant was planning to come back after some time and buy the dish for a few copper coins, as if doing a great favor to the old lady. So he took the dish, he scratched with the needle on the side, and he came to know that it is not ordinary dish. It's something that it's very expensive than his tinwares, than his brassware. It is a golden dish, and he wanted to get it from her, that old lady with nothing. So he said to her that, what is this worth? It's worth. It's not even usable. After you are throwing, it will not be usable. Not a copper coin also. So he threw the dish on the ground and went away. As he was planning in the mind, that greedy merchant, that crafty merchant was planning in the mind to come back, take the dish for few copper coins, as he is doing a great favor for the lady, and lady will think that this is nothing, then I can at least buy with few copper coins. Okay, she will give with a few copper coins to that merchant. After a while, the honest merchant finished the rounds of his street and entered the street where the old lady lived. He passed her house calling, buy my water jars, buy my tinware, buy my brass. Now, this merchant, he passed the house, he saw the dish the old lady gave him, and he said that it's useless. He threw the dish away, thinking that at least old lady will change her mind and will buy something good with the exchange of few copper coins from that merchant. She will give the dish in the few copper coins. But after some time he went away. Okay, he went away, and after some time the honest merchant came on the street, on the same street. He passed that same house by calling the name, buy my water jars, buy my tinware, buy my brass, and he shouted for selling his things. The little girl again heard him. Now we'll see what happened. That little girl heard him and begged her grandmother to see what this merchant would give for the dish. She again heard him, and she asked grandmother, she said grandmother to see whether this merchant will give something for, instead of the dish, he will give something good. Let us ask. So again, my child, said the grandmother. The merchant who was just here threw the dish on the ground and went away. I have nothing else to offer in trade. So again the grandmother thought that really that merchant was saying was right. So she was not convinced by the girl again. Now she was telling the girl that not to worry. Now we have nothing, we will not get anything. So don't worry about that. And the dish which is with us, it has nothing value, no value. It's worthless. Okay, it's nothing. It's worth. So that merchant has thrown the dish on the ground and went away. In that way, so we have nothing to trade instead of except that dish, and the dish has no value, as the merchant said. So we have nothing, so we will not go and ask again that merchant. Now this another merchant. Okay, but grandmother, said the girl, this one looks pleasant. Ask him, perhaps he will give us something for it. Again, she is trying to convince her grandmother that, saying that this is looking good, he is pleasant, he is not looking like first merchant. Okay, we'll ask him at least, we will just ask him, we'll see what happens next. At least he'll give something for it. Okay, so call him then and show it to him, said the old woman. So grandmother agreed with that girl and said her to call him and will show the dish to him. As soon as the merchant took the dish in his hands, he knew it was of gold. Immediately he said, this is the golden dish. It is worth more than all my money and all my wares. I will bring enough money tomorrow and then buy it from you. So the grandmother, the old woman, showed the dish to the merchant, and he came to know it is of gold. It is not ordinary dish. Ordinary dish, it is a golden dish. So immediately he said to the grandmother that that old lady that this is the golden dish, and whatever I have, my money, all my wares, they are very worth more than this. It's very priceful. It's very priceless. It's nothing in front of that. I'll bring enough money tomorrow and then I'll buy it from you. So now keep it with you. I'll bring money tomorrow. Lots of money, and then I'll buy it from you because I don't have that much money to buy it from you. The old woman was greatly surprised. She was impressed by the honesty and goodness of the merchant. Take this dish and give me the money tomorrow, she said. So the old lady was surprised by hearing it from merchant that this dish is nothing ordinary, it's something great, it's expensive, that is golden dish, it is golden dish, and this money, that all tin wares, all the brass wares, they are nothing in front of that golden dish. So by hearing the words from the honest merchant, she was surprised. She was impressed by this honesty of merchant and goodness of the merchant. So she said him to take the dish and give the money tomorrow. She trusted that merchant. The honest merchant kept all his wares and money with the old woman and took the dish. He left himself only enough money for the boat ride that he had to take on his way back. So honest merchant kept all the wares, whatever the money he had with him, to the old woman and took the dish. Okay, and he will again come tomorrow and give another amount, whatever the dish, equalize it. So he took some money for the boat ride to again Seri, okay, on his way back to home. After some time, the greedy merchant went back to the house where he had seen the golden dish and said, "Bring that dish to me, and I will give you something for it." So that greedy merchant thought that now again I will go to her and I will do favor for her. By seeing the poor family, I will do some great favor for the old lady, and old lady will think that this dish has no value, so she will give the dish to him again instead of few coins. So the greedy merchant came back again after some time and asked for the golden dish, and he said to that old lady that to give him a dish, and instead of that he will give something for them. "No," said the grandmother, "you said the dish was worthless, but another honest merchant has paid a great price for it, so I gave it to him. You should not try to take advantage of the poor and needy people." What could the greedy merchant say? He paid the price for his dishonesty and greed. So grandmother said, "No, you said that dish is worthless. It has nothing. It's not expensive either. It has no value. Then why should I give it to you? Why should I give it to you? I have given to the honest merchant. He has paid a great price for it. So it's good that I have given to him. He has not took any advantage of the poor and needy of the situation. Okay, you have taken the advantage. You tried to do it. Now, by hearing the words from the old lady, he has no words left. So he has lost the golden dish because of his dishonesty and greediness. Answer the following questions. So we'll see some workbook question answers. Where did the merchants live? The merchants lived in Seri. What did the merchants sell? The merchants sell pots and pans and other things made up of brass and tinware. Who had a golden dish? The poor old woman and her granddaughter had a golden dish. What did the honest merchant pay to the old woman for her golden dish? Sorry, it's dish. D. Merchants kept all his wares and money to the old woman for her golden dish. D. Okay, here it's wrong. F. It's D. What have you learned from the story? The two merchants of Seri. One should not take advantage of the poor and needy people. Which qualities of the merchant impressed the woman? The old woman was impressed by the honesty and goodness of merchant. What was the plan of the crafty merchant? The crafty merchant's plan was to come back to the old woman after some time. Then he would buy the golden dish for a few copper coins, pretending that he was doing a great favor to her. Write the opposites of honest, dishonest. Everything, nothing. Buy, sell. Poor, rich. Worthless, worthy. Ever, never. High, low. Pleasant, unpleasant. Write the rhyming words for the following on your own. Exchanged. My friend and I exchanged our views on watching too much TV. Enough. Our country has enough food grains to feed us. Dishonesty. Dishonesty never brings any reward. Worthless. Today, black and white TVs are worthless. Make new words by adding the suffix less. Suffix means less. You have to add this less as a suffix. Suffix means back to the word. So worth, it's a word, and you have to add the less to back of it, means after H. And prefix means before W. So here we have to do suffix. So worth, worthless. Care, careless. Cash, cashless. Life, lifeless. Name, time, timeless. Find the names of the metals from the lesson. Brass, tin, gold, copper. Find the names of the metals from the lesson. Iron, lead, cobalt. So these are the other names of the metals. So in this way we have end with the lesson. Thank you.